Today, we saw on the front page of a newspaper a headline, Niquan sends home 75. There is a issue here because another media I think is reporting 80, but 75 or 80, this is the headline of the newspaper. And this has been another tragedy where this country and the taxpayers have been robbed, have been slaughtered, have been brutalized, not once, but twice over the same deal. You will recall that the WGTL plant, gas to liquid plant, under the P&M government, I believe, of Mr. Manning, that included Dr. Rowley. That cost in a deal, the cost of that plant moved from $165 million US to $400 million US with cost overruns under Ken Julian, Malcolm Jones, and one Lenny Saith. That project moved from 165 million US to 400 million US. 7 fours, 28. So 2.8 billion Trinidad and Tobago dollars for a plant that collapsed, the financing collapsed. When the international partners didn't want to pay back the loan, Petrotrin had to pay back the loan, and Petrotrin had to pay between the loan and the interest almost $5 billion, and that crashed Petrotrin and the energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago under a Manning administration. Dr. Rowley comes now, we closed down the refinery, they mothballed the refinery. You know now they're mothballing Niquan? Why don't they mothball the P&M? I think we should mothball the P&M in the next election. That's a nice term. Put them in the same state, you know? But what is instructive here is when Dr. Rowley opened this Niquan plant on March 8, 2021. Hear what Dr. Rowley had to say. And I quote, "The government is expected to receive $2 billion in taxes and statutory payments over the life of the project. Niquan's investment represents the first major private investment in the downstream energy sector in recent times." Peter Rowley said that on March 8, 2021. Well, all fall down. Niquan has gone the same way as Scandalous, was it? Sandals, sorry. Has gone the same way. But unlike Sandals and Scandals, this took away money. Because in this deal, a plant that cost the taxpayer 400 million US or 2.8 billion TT was sold to Niquan, a fellow named Ainsley Gill. We know him well. The less said, the better. He calls himself the chief visionary officer, you know, not chief executive officer. We didn't have a vision to see this coming. He's the chief visionary officer in Niquan. But we knew him, he was a lobbyist in Washington. All of us knew him. We put on jacket and tie and meet him. Came down here, told them he opening plant and so on, went and secure money. The government gave away this 2.8 billion for 35 million United States dollars. Right? Which is about 200 million TT or so. So they gave it away to him on the understanding that the government will hold shares and will get the profits from this great deal. What profit we get now? There is no profit. They're going into receivership. And I like the term they use when they take all the money and gone, you know. They say, well, we're sorry to tell you, but we are in the asset preserving silent mode. That means we bust. I mean, what language? We are in the asset preserving silent mode. Now, if you say that in a parlor, that means the parlor closed down. Huh? So I want to tell you two people selling at the side of the road, anytime they close down, they're in the asset preserving silent mode. They said that they are mothballing the gas to liquids plant. But what is instructive is in this deal, they still owe the taxpayer and the government 21 million United States dollars. So another, let's say 7 to 14, another 150 million TT dollars gone. Look how we're talking now. 150 million TT dollars gone in what Niquan owes a state company for gas. 35 million US. We don't know if the government received that yet. We have to ask that question. We don't know. 35 million you sell it for. Is worth you did pay in loan $2.8 billion for it. And that is how the money has gone and squandered. and been squandered. Dr. Rowley has nothing to show. All the traveling, when we raise the issue of his traveling, he said he gets $17 billion traveling. Which 17 billion? Where you get that? Where that come from? We asked him, tell us where it come from. What investment you attracted in traveling? When he travels, he go to Australia to buy boat. When he travels, he go to boardrooms all over the country to talk and play golf. Boston and Ireland, he went recently. He was Boston, he went to Ireland, I believe, for vacation, and he played golf in the PGA golf course that will host the upcoming Ryder Cup. So that's a big thing for the Prime Minister, you know. He played golf on the course that will host the Ryder Cup. Well, hallelujah for that. We're happy. But that doesn't bring any investments. That doesn't create any jobs. And the Niquan is another scandal that we must investigate.